So if you're wondering about the Charlotte housing market, this is the video for you because we're going to do a deep dive involving the Charlotte market for all of 2022. And we're going to look at all of the different Charlotte markets, or a lot of them, individually, so you can get a better idea of what fits better in your price point if you're wanting to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Charlotte area. If you haven't heard, Charlotte is the #1 metro in the United States for 2023, according to Zillow. And yes, I am biased. I love the Charlotte area and believe it has tons of opportunity. So let's jump into the numbers right now. Now we're looking at the annual report of the Charlotte regional housing market for all of 2022. And it starts off by saying 22 started off where 2021 left because interest rates at the time were very, very low. But throughout the year, pending sales decreased by 21.5% from last year, and listings also went up 54% compared to 2021. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there on YouTube and even real estate professionals saying that there is going to be a huge foreclosure crisis and to be on the lookout for foreclosures and defaults in all of 2022. But if we look at the data, which we can go to right here, it shows us distressed sales, meaning foreclosures and bankruptcies, were almost non-existent. The percentage of closed sales that were either foreclosure or short sale remained at the same as last year at 0.4% of the market, not even a whole percentage point. So all the people that are talking about foreclosures increased 200%, by all means, they're still not even a whole percent of the market. And yes, it does warn that foreclosure and short sale may pick up in 2023. They should pick up in 2023. A normal healthy market, you'll have this anywhere between 2 to 8% of the market in a normal healthy market. Now let's talk about pricing in the Charlotte area. A lot of people thought if they held off and waited that pricing would come down. That wasn't the case. Not only did pricing not come down, the cost to finance the home also went up. So you got a double negative if you decided to wait. And in this case, the double negative does not equal positive. It just means you lost even more. Home prices, compared to last year, the median sale price actually increased 16.7% in the greater Charlotte region. And if you're thinking waiting till next year will cause prices to come down, I don't see that happening either, because as I started off this video with, Zillow already said Charlotte will be the hottest housing market in 2023 here in our country. Now, even if it is not the hottest, the fact that it is drawing so much attention and so many transplants to the area, that's going to cause a demand for housing, and supply, although it's picked up significantly from 2021, it's still not at normal levels. So that's going to put a floor on how low or if prices fall at all. Now we're about to go into the nitty-gritty and look at specific counties, because the greater Charlotte region is not just Mecklenburg County. You have all the surrounding counties that comprise of the greater Charlotte area, and some of those counties are ripe for opportunity when it comes to buying or investing in the area. Let's dive into those numbers right now. Now we're on the same report and we're looking at new listings. Top 5 areas where there's a change in new listings. Number 1 is Stanley County, which is in North Carolina. Number 2 is Lancaster County, which is in South Carolina. And that takes me to one of the big opportunities that I see coming in the next couple years, and presently in the next couple years in the Charlotte area. And that is Lancaster County, South Carolina. I've had clients buy homes in the past year in Lancaster County that were absolute steals when compared to other parts of the greater Charlotte region. And towns located in Lancaster County is Clover, South Carolina, as well as Indianland, South Carolina. If you're not familiar with the area, there's a ton of development in Indianland, South Carolina, and I think that's going to be the next boom. Indianland, South Carolina is just past Ballantyne. So you can be driving down the road and then you come to an intersection and Ballantyne ends and Indianland, South Carolina begins. It's just that close. They share a lot of shopping centers and restaurants between the two towns. Big opportunity zone, not opportunity zone because that's a technical term, but a big place for opportunity is Lancaster County, South Carolina, as well as Stanley County, North Carolina. Then you have Statesville, Rowan County, and Gastonia. Now, Gastonia, new listings went down almost an entire percent, but there's a lot of new construction going on in both Statesville and Rowan County and Gastonia. So you see where the inventory is coming and where it will be in 2023 going into 2024. Now, the bottom 5 areas with the lowest listing growth is Fort Mill, Huntersville, Matthews, Denver, and Lake Wylie. That doesn't surprise me. 3 out of those 5 are prime locations. Actually, technically all 5 are prime locations, but 3 out of the 5 are prime locations for people with families. Fort Mill, Huntersville, Matthews. If you have families, especially school-age kids, those areas have very good schools, so many people aren't going to uproot their kids and sell unless they have an excellent opportunity waiting for them to move into next. And real quick, not to toot my own horn, but I figure I should do it. Back in the middle of 2022, some people laughed at me, thought I was crazy or just ridiculous when I said, transactions will crash, not home prices. And people were asking, why do I have like a thumbnail where it's ice and everything's frozen? Because I saw the housing market coming to a screeching halt regarding transactions, but I did not see home prices crashing. And lo and behold, 6 to 8 months later, what happened? Toward the end of summer, all of fall, and here we are in 2023, home transactions have come to a complete halt. And as you saw earlier, home prices, the median priced home in the Charlotte area was up over 16% year over year. So I bring this up to share with you that I'm no genius. I just saw what was happening based on the data. And that's what I do in every video. You may think I'm biased because I'm an investor and real estate agent, and that's your right to do so. But I'm just bringing you the data that I'm seeing and reports and articles that I'm reading. And I'm sharing that with you all. I'm interpreting it and sharing it with you, and you can choose to do with it as you wish. Now let's look at homes for sale throughout the region. So when you look at homes for sale, you have to look at inventory. And inventory at the end of the year, end of 2022, the top 5 areas with the most inventory growth is Cabarrus County, Stanley County, Monroe, Lancaster County, and Concord. So quickly, if you're thinking about buying and looking for opportunities and what areas are growing, you have Cabarrus County, Stanley County, Monroe. Monroe is located in Union County, North Carolina, and Union County has the second best school district in all of North Carolina. And here again, you see Lancaster County as well as Concord. Now let's move on and look at the median price of homes in the greater Charlotte area and see where you see the most change. Now I get it. You can look at average sales price or median sale price. I personally think that the median sale price is a better gauge of what's going on in the market. And in the greater Charlotte area, yes, median sale price has grown 16.7% in 2022. And the areas with the largest is Stanley County, Huntersville, Lake Norman, Cornelius, and Monroe. Now, what you do not see on there is Lancaster County. You don't see Gaston County. You don't see Cabarrus County. Those are areas that I believe there's opportunity as you move forward and looking for where can you fit in, where can you find a home that can fit your budget and get more bang for your buck. Gaston County, Lancaster County, you're probably going to get tired of me saying Lancaster County, and Cabarrus County. Now let's take a deeper dive into the different price ranges and how long they've sat on the market and what each price range is doing, because people think there's just one housing market, and in my opinion, I think there's like 8 housing markets. I know that sounds weird, but let me try to break it down. You have the housing market for first-time home buyers. You have the move-up buyer housing market. You have the luxury home buyer. You also have the resale housing market. You also have the new construction housing market. So that is 5 right there. And then you also have the housing market for people that want to be in a 55 and plus community. those housing numbers will look differently than the housing markets for first-time home buyers. How's the housing market? I do not like that question because the housing market is comprised of so many different components that it's hard to answer and give a correct answer to how's the housing market, because one segment of the market may be doing extremely well, but then luxury market may be suffering because nobody can afford those homes with these high interest rates. So let's jump into the various sections of the market looking at price. So breaking it down by price, the homes that sat on the market the shortest, meaning when they got listed for sale, they went under contract very quickly, was the price range between $200,000 and $300,000. Now in the Charlotte area, the median home price was around $380,000, $370,000. So that makes sense. Homes just below or below the median home price, but livable, tend to go fastest. But you see that homes that sat on the market the longest were homes priced under $100,000. And that's because typically those are the homes that needed a lot of work. Yes, they were below the median priced home sale, but they needed a lot of work. So not many people can, one, qualify for those loans, or two, if they could qualify for it, they didn't want to put forth the effort to fix those properties up. And then three, investors just weren't interested because they didn't see the return in buying that home, fixing it up, and then either renting it out or selling it. They didn't see enough return on that. So those are the homes that sat the longest. Now, after homes priced between $200,000 and $300,000, you have homes priced between $300,000 and $400,000. And that is the sweet spot. That's the median price home here in the greater Charlotte region. If that is your price point and your budget, you can't sit around and wait. The housing market is going to be crazy in that price point. Now, once you get to $500,000 and above, I would have liked to see this breakdown to where it's like $700,000 and above. You start seeing it creep up, but here it says $500,000 and above. You have the days on market, the second highest on this chart at 26. Now we're about to look at the median home price for each area. Now you should definitely pay attention to this. If you weren't paying attention to anything else in this video, pay attention to this, because I know some people want certain things and in certain locations, but this chart right here will be able to show you what you can afford and where you possibly should be looking to buy a home in the greater Charlotte region. You might not be in the city, you might be 20, 30, 40 minutes away, but if that's what it takes so you can fit it comfortably within your budget and own a home, at least you're armed with this knowledge. So here we are looking at the area historical median prices. I'm going to tell you, please don't look at any of the prices prior to 2021 because it will be very depressing. Let's look at 2022. I know they're all here. You're going to look, but let's look at 2022. For Alexander County, right here, you have the median price for a home, $256,000. In Cabarrus County, the median priced home for 2022 was $372,000. Now, I'm rounding. I'm not going into the exact dollar amount. I am rounding. In the city of Charlotte, the median priced home is $396,000. Here we have Concord, the median home price $370,000. A lot of people are interested in Cornelius, North Carolina. Now, the median home price in Cornelius is $490,000. We're not talking about new construction. We're talking about the median home price, average. We're not talking luxury. The average home price in Cornelius, it's not average, it's the median, $490,000. Davidson, a highly sought after suburb as well. Median home price is just under $600,000 at $597,000. Fort Mill, South Carolina. Fort Mill is located in York County, South Carolina. Fort Mill, Tega Cay, and York County, South Carolina, Fort Mill School District has top 4% school districts in the country. And the median home price or sale price in Fort Mill was $459,000. Now, I've sold homes in Fort Mill over $1 million. So the $459,000 home, you're looking at an average home. You're looking at a home that's going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 years old. If you want something brand new and you want it to be a 3+ bedroom with, let's say, 2,500 square feet, you will more than likely you will be paying more than this $460,000. Gaston County. Gaston County, I mentioned that before as far as opportunity. Median sale price $304. You have a lot of builders in Gaston County right now. It is up and coming. It is growing. Excellent opportunity. Gastonia, which is in Gaston County. It's the major city in Gaston County. The median sale price $285. Now, Huntersville, North Carolina, the median sale price is $520,000. Just look at it. From 2020, the median sale price in Huntersville, North Carolina was $347,000, $348,000. 2020, 2021, 2022, it has increased all the way to $520,000. Now, if that isn't motivation enough to stop listening to people telling you to wait to buy, you just missed out on almost $200,000 worth of equity because you didn't buy when you wanted to buy because somebody told you a housing crash was coming. And if you did not buy last year from 2021 to 2022, you missed out on $110,000 worth of equity because somebody told you and you listened that the housing market was going to crash. Let's look at Lancaster County. Lancaster County, the median sale price is $435,000. Yes, that increased significantly in the past year, but when you compare it to these other areas, 435 is fairly reasonable. And what you get in Lancaster County, you get more space. You have a good school district, not great as far as York County, but a very good school district in Lancaster County. And you have all the amenities or coming amenities to the area. Matthews median sale price in 2022 was $452,000. Now that's actually less than what I would have expected, but there are a lot of townhomes and smaller homes or older homes in Matthews, so I can see that. I can see that. Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is about 35 minutes south of Charlotte. It is located in South Carolina in Lancaster County, I believe. Rock Hill, the median sale price is $319,000. There are several communities in Rock Hill, subdivisions that I absolutely love. Some amazing communities right in Rock Hill. One of them has a skate park. It has everything you can think of in Rock Hill, and you're not too far from Charlotte. You have quick accessibility to Charlotte, and in South Carolina, for owner-occupied property, you get cheaper property taxes. Union County, I have a lot of clients moving to Union County and Waxhaw. Median sale price is $445,000. And in Waxhaw, North Carolina, $600,000 is the median sale price, and that doesn't shock me at all. That's about right. I'd say $600,000 to $700,000 would have been my guess for Waxhaw. And York County, South Carolina, is $381,000. And I've already talked to you about York County, Fort Mill, TK. Excellent schools. And you're right on the border. You're just outside of Charlotte on the South Carolina portion, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. I live here in York County and I love it. I didn't think it would be that big of a change because I just moved, 10, 15 minutes away from Charlotte to York County. And what you get for your dollar goes a very long way here. So I'm an advocate of York County. If you're an owner-occupant, great place. York County, South Carolina is where it's at. I hope this was helpful. This was a deep dive, a breakdown into the stats for the Charlotte region in 2022. And if you're not familiar with me, I am sarcastic, I have dry humor, but I am also a real estate advisor, and I'd like to talk about real estate and personal finance and the Carolinas. So that's what we do on this channel. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Contact information is in the description below, as well as at the end of this video. I'm Sir Ashley. I hope this was informative and I didn't ramble on too much. Talk soon.